I know you're exhausted right now. I know that tiredness you feel isn't just physical. It's something deeper, something that weighs on your soul. You wake up already tired. You go to bed without peace. Your body aches in places that make no sense. Your chest feels heavy. Your mind never stops spinning. You feel like you're walking through thick fog, carrying invisible weights that no one else can see. I know. I, Archangel Michael, have been watching. I've seen every tear you've swallowed. I've witnessed every night you stared at the ceiling wondering why everything feels so hard. This weakness you're experiencing isn't your fault. This exhaustion isn't because you're not trying hard enough. What you're feeling right now has a source, and that source is what I'm here to reveal to you today. Something has been draining you. Someone has been feeding off your energy. While you've been blaming yourself, thinking you're failing, thinking you're not strong enough, there's been an invisible attack happening. A hidden enemy has positioned themselves so close to your life that you've normalized their presence. You've mistaken their toxicity for friendship. You've confused their manipulation for concern. And while you were trying to be kind, trying to give the benefit of the doubt, this person has been carefully, methodically, systematically dismantling your peace, your progress, your joy. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to wake you up. Because what's happening right now in this very moment is critical. That enemy I'm speaking about is moving closer. Their plan has reached a dangerous stage. They've seen you trying to rise. They've noticed you getting stronger, and it terrified them. So they've intensified their efforts. They've enlisted help. They've tightened the spiritual cords they've attached to your energy field. And if you don't receive this message today, if you close this without understanding the gravity of what I'm about to reveal, their plan will gain power that will take months, even years to undo. This isn't a coincidence that you're here. You didn't stumble upon this message by accident. The exhaustion you're feeling right now, that pulled you to seek answers, that brought you to this exact moment, that was me guiding you. That was your soul crying out for help, and heaven responding. I need you to understand something. There are millions of people on this platform right now, millions of videos you could be watching. But you're here, reading these words, feeling this pull. That's because your name has been spoken in heaven. Your situation has reached the celestial courts. And I've been assigned to intervene. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. In these next few minutes, I'm going to expose what's been hidden. I'm going to give you the sight to see what's been camouflaged. I'm going to hand you the sword to cut what's been binding you. But you must stay with me, you must read every word. Because mixed with this revelation are activations, frequencies, spiritual keys that will unlock your prison. If you leave before the end, you'll miss the most important part, the part that sets you free. Let me tell you what I've seen. I've watched you fight battles no one knows about. I've seen you smile in public while breaking in private. I've witnessed you giving to people who only take. I've observed you apologizing for things that weren't your fault. I've watched you shrink yourself to make others comfortable. I've seen the nights you've cried silent tears, asking God why life feels so heavy. I was there, every single time. And every single time I wanted to shake you awake and show you the truth. But there's divine timing for revelation. Premature exposure would have broken you. You weren't ready to see what I needed to show you. But now you are. Now you're strong enough. Now you've been through enough preparation to handle this truth without being destroyed by it. The pain you felt wasn't wasted. It was conditioning. It was training. It was preparing you for this moment of awakening. That person who's been close to you, that person you've trusted, that person you've shared your dreams with, that person who always seems supportive, but somehow nothing ever works out after you talk to them, they are not who you think they are. I know you've felt it. I know your intuition has whispered warnings. I know you've had moments where something felt off, but you pushed the feeling away because you didn't want to be paranoid. You didn't want to be judgmental. You wanted to believe the best in people. That's because you have a pure heart. That's because you're good. But your goodness has been weaponized against you. They've studied you. They know your patterns. They know you give second chances. They know you blame yourself before you blame others. They know you'd rather suffer in silence than cause conflict. And they've used all of that against you. Write this in the comments right now. Don't wait. Write. I now see the truth and I cut all spiritual cords of manipulation attached to me. Write it. Because the moment you declare that, something shifts in the spiritual realm. Something breaks. Write it now before you continue reading. This hidden enemy knows things about you that make them dangerous. They know your wounds, they know your fears, they know your dreams, and they've used every piece of that information to craft a plan. A plan to keep you exactly where you are. Because if you rise, if you heal, if you step into your true power, it exposes them. It shows everyone the difference between real light and fake light, and they can't afford that. Their entire identity is built on being seen a certain way. If you become who you're meant to be, their mask falls off. So they've dedicated themselves to your limitation. Not obviously, not in ways you could easily identify, but in subtle, insidious, poisonous ways. A comment here that plants doubt. A facial expression there that makes you second-guess yourself. An absence when you need support. A presence when you need space. They've mastered the art of destabilization, and you've been living in the aftermath of their sabotage, thinking it was just bad luck. Let me be specific about what they've done. When you shared that dream you had, that goal you wanted to achieve, they smiled. They said encouraging words. But the moment they left your presence, they spoke different words. They told others it wouldn't work. They predicted your failure. They planted seeds of doubt in the minds of people who could have helped you. They didn't do it, obviously. They did it with concern, with worry, with fake love. They said things like, "I'm just worried about them. I don't want to see them disappointed. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they understand how hard it is." And people believed them. Because they've crafted a reputation of being caring. But I've seen the truth. I've seen the envy that burns in their heart every time you experience joy. I've seen the satisfaction they feel when you struggle. I've watched them celebrate your setbacks in private while performing sympathy in public. This isn't someone who wishes you well. This is someone who needs you beneath them to feel above. They've also been working in the spiritual realm. Whether they know it consciously or not, the envy they carry acts like a curse. Every time they think about you with resentment, every time they compare themselves to you with bitterness, every time they wish you didn't have something, it sends out energetic attacks. These attacks attach to your field. They create blockages. They drain your vitality. They cloud your clarity. They attract obstacles. This is why you've felt so tired. This is why things that should be simple feel complicated. This is why opportunities that seemed certain fell apart. There's been spiritual interference, and the source is closer than you think, much closer. This person sits at your table. This person is in your phone. This person has access to your energy. And until you see them clearly, until you cut the cord, until you create the necessary distance, you'll continue to feel this heaviness. You'll continue to experience this exhaustion. Because you're not just carrying your own life. You're carrying the weight of their envy, their projections, their manipulation, their spiritual attacks. Write this in the comments now. I break every evil eye and envious gaze that has been directed at my life. Write it with faith, because your words carry power. Your declaration activates angelic protection. Write it now. I need you to think back over the last several months, maybe even the last year or two. Think about the moments when things mysteriously fell apart. That job you were about to get. That relationship that was going well until it suddenly wasn't. That financial breakthrough that seemed guaranteed until something weird happened. That health issue that came out of nowhere. That conflict that erupted for no clear reason. Now think about who you had talked to before each of those situations changed. Not everyone, but someone specific. Someone who was around for multiple situations. Someone who always knew what was happening in your life. Someone who had information. Someone who asked questions. Someone who seemed interested. When you identify that person, when that face comes to your mind, pay attention to what you feel in your body. Does your stomach tighten? Does your chest constrict? Does something in you whisper yes? That's not paranoia, that's discernment. That's your soul recognizing what your mind has been avoiding. I'm showing you right now. I'm pulling back the veil. That person is the hidden enemy. That person is the one whose plan has been gaining power. That person is the source of the spiritual attacks you've been experiencing. Now let me tell you what they're planning next, because I don't just see what's happened. I see what's being arranged. In the coming days, they're going to reach out to you. It might be a text, it might be a call, it might be a visit. It will seem random, it will seem innocent, but it's strategic. They've sensed something shifting. They've felt your energy changing, and they're going to try to pull you back in. They're going to perform concern. They're going to ask how you are. They're going to offer help. They're going to try to extract information. Because information is power. The more they know about your current state, your current plans, your current thoughts, the more they can interfere. This is a crucial test. When they reach out, and they will, you must not give them access. You must not share what you're planning. You must not reveal what you're feeling. You must be kind but vague, polite but boundaried, friendly but protected. Because if you open up to them again, if you trust them with your truth again, they'll use it against you again. Not because they're consciously evil, but because the envy that drives them is a spiritual force that acts through them. They might not even realize they're doing it, but the effect is the same. You get hurt, you get blocked, you get drained. I'm giving you a 7-day assignment starting today. This isn't optional. This is mandatory if you want to break free. For the next 7 days, you're going to do something radical. You're going to create strategic distance from this person. You're not going to announce it. You're not going to confront them. You're not going to explain anything. You're just going to step back. If they text, take hours to respond and keep it brief. If they call, let it go to voicemail and return it when you have minimal time to talk. If they want to meet, you're busy. You're not available. You have things to do. This isn't about being mean. This isn't about punishment. This is about protecting your energy while the spiritual surgery happens. Because when you create space from the source of contamination, heaven can come in and clean the wounds. Angels can extract the spiritual toxins. Your field can recalibrate. Your strength can return. But none of that can happen if you're still giving them access. None of that can happen if you're still letting them into your space, your mind, your energy. 7 days of distance, 7 days of protection, 7 days of silence. Can you do that? Will you do that? Your freedom depends on it. Write this in the comments right now. For the next 7 days, I create sacred space around my life, and I only allow divine connections to reach me. Write it as a vow, as a commitment, as a declaration of war against what's been stealing from you. During these 7 days, you're also going to pay attention. You're going to watch what happens when you pull back. Watch how they respond. Watch how they increase their efforts to reach you. Watch how they suddenly have emergencies. Watch how they suddenly need you. Watch how they try to make you feel guilty. Watch how they involve other people to get to you. All of that will confirm what I'm telling you. Because if someone truly cares about you, they respect your space, they trust your process, they don't pressure you, they don't manipulate you, they don't make your boundaries about them. But someone who's been using you, someone who's been feeding off you, someone who needs you for their own purposes, they'll panic when you create distance. They'll do everything to pull you back in, not because they miss you, but because they need access to you. They need to monitor you. They need to control the narrative. They need to stay close to interfere. When you see this behavior, and you will, you'll know beyond any doubt that I've told you the truth. You'll have the confirmation you need to make the separation permanent. Now let me tell you what's going to happen when you follow these instructions. Within the first 24 hours, you're going to feel something shift. It might be subtle, it might be dramatic, but you'll feel it. Some people describe it as a weight lifting. Some people feel a sudden rush of energy. Some people sleep better than they have in months. Some people wake up with unusual clarity. These are signs that the spiritual cords have been cut. These are signs that the protection I'm activating around you right now is working. By the 3rd day, you'll notice opportunities starting to surface. Things that were stuck will start moving. Conversations that were delayed will happen. Doors that were closed will crack open. This isn't magic. This is what happens when interference is removed. This is what your life looks like when you're not being spiritually sabotaged. This is your natural state. By the 7th day, something significant will happen. It might be a breakthrough, it might be a revelation, it might be an encounter, it might be a dream. But something will occur that confirms you're on a new path. Something will happen that shows you heaven is with you. Something will shift that proves this message was exactly what you needed, exactly when you needed it. But I need to warn you about something. On day 4 or 5, you might feel doubt. You might think you're being too harsh. You might feel guilty. You might wonder if you misunderstood. You might want to reach back out to that person. This is a test. This is the enemy's last attempt to pull you back into agreement with your limitation. Because if you break at day 5, if you give in at day 6, everything resets. The cords reattach, the access reopens, the sabotage continues. You must complete the full 7 days. You must not break the boundary. You must not give in to guilt. Guilt is a weapon that's been used against you your entire life. Guilt is how they've controlled you. Guilt is how they've kept you small. But you're not responsible for other people's feelings. You're not responsible for other people's reactions. You're not responsible for managing other people's comfort at the expense of your own freedom. Your responsibility is to protect what God has placed inside you. Your responsibility is to steward your calling. Your responsibility is to create the space for your destiny to unfold. And sometimes that requires disappointing people. Sometimes that requires being misunderstood. Sometimes that requires being called selfish by people who've been selfishly using you. Can you handle that? Can you stand firm? Can you choose yourself? I believe you can, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't ready. Write this in the comments. I choose my destiny over people's opinions, and I trust Archangel Michael's protection over my life. Write it as a declaration, as a severing of old agreements, as a step into new authority. Let me tell you what's been prepared for you on the other side of this boundary. Let me tell you what's waiting for you when you complete these 7 days of protection. First, there's a financial blessing that's been blocked. Something that should have come through months ago. Something that was delayed not by circumstances but by spiritual interference. The moment you cut the cord with this hidden enemy, the moment you create the space, that blessing is released. It might come as a payment. It might come as an opportunity. It might come as an idea that generates income. But it's coming, and it's bigger than you expect, because heaven doesn't just restore what was stolen. Heaven multiplies it. The law of restoration is sevenfold. What the enemy meant for harm, God turns into unprecedented favor. That's what's about to happen for you. Within 14 days of starting this process, you'll see the first evidence. Within 30 days, you'll see the full manifestation. Write down today's date. Mark it. Because when you look back, you'll remember this as the turning point. Second, there's a relationship that's about to shift. Either a broken relationship will be restored, or a toxic relationship will naturally dissolve, or a new relationship will enter that's aligned with your destiny. You've been trying to force connections that were never meant to be. You've been holding on to people who were assigned to your past, not your future, but you didn't know how to let go. You didn't have permission to release them. I'm giving you that permission right now. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to move on. It's okay to want more than what a relationship is giving you. And when you create space by releasing what's wrong, you create room for what's right. There's someone heaven has assigned to your next chapter. Someone who will see you clearly. Someone who will celebrate you genuinely. Someone who will support you consistently. Someone whose presence will feel like peace, not pressure. That person can't get to you while the wrong person is taking up space. But the moment you clear the space, the moment you raise your standards, the moment you stop accepting crumbs, that aligned connection will appear. It might be within these 7 days, it might be within 30 days, but it's closer than you think. And when you meet them, when that connection happens, you'll feel in your spirit the confirmation. You'll know this is what you were waiting for. You'll understand why the wrong ones had to go. Third, there's a spiritual awakening that's about to happen. Your gifts are about to activate in a new way. Your intuition is about to sharpen. Your discernment is about to increase. Your connection to heaven is about to deepen. This attack you've been under wasn't just about stopping your progress in the natural, it was about blocking your spiritual development. Because when you're fully awake, when you're operating in your full authority, when you're walking in your true identity, you become dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. You become a threat to the plans of the enemy. You become a light that exposes lies. And they can't have that, so they've tried to keep you confused. They've tried to keep you weak. They've tried to keep you distracted. But that season is over. This message marks the end of spiritual sleep and the beginning of spiritual sight. You're about to see things you've never seen before. You're about to hear things you've never heard before. You're about to know things you've never known before. Not through study, not through effort, but through divine download, through angelic impartation, through the opening of spiritual eyes and ears. Get ready. Because what you're about to experience is going to change everything. Write this in the comments right now. I received the spiritual awakening Archangel Michael is releasing over me right now. Write it, because your agreement opens the door. Your yes activates the blessing. Write it with expectation. Now I want to speak directly to what you've been feeling. That sadness that seems to have no source, that anxiety that appears for no reason, that hopelessness that creeps in at night, that frustration that builds when you look at your life and see the gap between where you are and where you know you should be. I want you to understand something. Those feelings aren't coming from you. Those feelings are being projected onto you. That hidden enemy I've been talking about, they don't just attack through actions, they attack through atmosphere. The energy they carry, the emotions they suppress, the darkness they host, all of that leaks out and affects everyone around them. And because you're empathic, because you're sensitive, because you're spiritually open, you've been absorbing their emotional waste. You've been carrying their depression. You've been processing their anxiety. You've been feeling their rage. And you thought it was yours. You thought something was wrong with you. You thought you were broken. But you're not broken. You're contaminated. There's a difference. Broken means something inside you needs to be fixed. Contaminated means something outside you needs to be removed. And that's what's happening right now. I'm removing the contamination. I'm cleansing your field. I'm restoring your original frequency. And as that happens, you're going to feel like yourself again. You're going to remember who you are. You're going to access the joy that's been buried under all that toxicity. Some of you haven't felt genuine joy in so long, you've forgotten what it feels like. But it's still there. It's still alive inside you. It's just been covered. And I'm uncovering it right now. There's something else I need to tell you. That hidden enemy, they've been talking about you. They've been sharing your private information with people who have no business knowing it. They've been twisting your story to make themselves look good and you look bad. They've been building alliances against you, not openly, not obviously, but in subtle ways. A comment here, an implication there, a raised eyebrow. A strategic silence. They've been shaping how other people see you. And some of the resistance you've faced, some of the closed doors you've encountered, some of the cold shoulders you've received, it wasn't about you. It was about the narrative that was spread about you. This is painful to hear, I know, because betrayal from someone close cuts deeper than betrayal from an enemy. You expect enemies to attack you. But when someone you trusted, someone you helped, someone you loved, when they become the source of sabotage, it's devastating. I've watched you try to make sense of it. I've watched you replay conversations trying to find where you went wrong. I've watched you blame yourself, but you didn't do anything wrong. You were kind to the wrong person. You were loyal to someone who was disloyal. You were real with someone who was fake. That's not your failure. That's your innocence. And I don't want you to lose that innocence. I don't want you to become hard. I don't want you to close your heart. I just want you to become wise. Innocent as a dove, wise as a serpent. That's the balance. You can keep your good heart. You just need better boundaries. You can keep your generous spirit. You just need greater discernment. You can keep your loving nature. You just need to be more selective about who receives it. The next 30 days are critical. This is your window of transformation. This is your season of shift. But it requires your participation. It requires your obedience. It requires your faith. I'm going to give you specific instructions, and you must follow them exactly. First, you must keep this revelation to yourself. Don't tell the person I've exposed. Don't confront them. Don't try to make them admit what they've done. Don't seek an apology. Don't look for closure. Just quietly, strategically, lovingly, create distance. Protect yourself in silence. Move in secret. Let them wonder what changed. Let them feel the shift without understanding it. This isn't about revenge. This is about wisdom. When you expose your hand too early, You give them time to adjust their strategy. When you announce your boundaries, you give them ammunition to manipulate. When you seek validation from them, you give them power to gaslight you. Instead, just move. Just create space. Just protect yourself. And let your peace be the evidence that you made the right decision. Second, you must guard your mouth. Don't speak about what you're going through to just anyone. Don't post about it on social media. Don't hint about it in public. There are people watching you who report back to your enemy. There are people in your circle who are double agents. They smile in your face and gossip behind your back. They act concerned, but they're really collecting information. Until you know who's truly for you, tell no one. Keep your process sacred. Keep your healing private. Keep your transformation between you and heaven. The less people know, the less interference there can be. The more you move in silence, the more powerful your shift will be. Let your success be the announcement. Let your glow be the evidence. Let your breakthrough be the testimony. But while you're in the process, while you're in the transition, while you're in the vulnerable stage of change, protect it. Guard it. Keep it hidden until it's fully formed. Write this in the comments right now. I move in sacred silence, and I trust God to fight my battles while I focus on my healing. Write it as a commitment, as a strategy, as a declaration of spiritual warfare. Third, you must start a spiritual journal today. Get a notebook, something physical you can write in by hand. For the next 40 days, you're going to write in it every morning and every night. In the morning, you're going to write what you're grateful for. At least 3 things. They don't have to be big. They just have to be true. The coffee that tasted good. The sun that came through your window. The fact that you woke up. Gratitude shifts your frequency. Gratitude opens spiritual doors. Gratitude attracts miracles. At night, you're going to write what you noticed during the day. Any signs, any synchronicities, any unusual encounters, any numbers that repeated, any songs that spoke to you, any thoughts that came from nowhere, any feelings that shifted. This practice trains you to see what you've been missing. This practice develops your spiritual sensitivity. This practice creates a record of God's faithfulness that you can look back on when doubt tries to creep in. After 40 days, when you read back through what you've written, you'll be amazed at how much happened. You'll see the pattern. You'll recognize the hand of God. You'll have proof that this wasn't just a moment, this was a movement. This was a divine intervention. This was a complete transformation. Fourth, you must repeat this affirmation every morning for the next 7 days. Say it out loud. Say it with conviction. Say it as soon as you wake up, before you check your phone, before you talk to anyone, before you start your day. Say, I am protected by Archangel Michael. I am covered by the blood of Jesus. I am surrounded by divine light. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every plan of the enemy is cancelled. Every door God has opened, no one can close. I walk in authority. I walk in favor. I walk in breakthrough. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, and everything I need is coming to me now. Say it 7 times. Let it be the first thing your soul hears. Let it set the atmosphere for your day. Let it build a fortress around your mind. Words create worlds. Declarations shape reality. What you speak over yourself matters, and for too long you've been speaking doubt. You've been speaking fear. You've been speaking limitation. But that changes today. Today you start speaking life. Today you start speaking power. Today you start speaking destiny. Now let's pray together. Don't just read these words, pray them with me, out loud if you can, in your heart if you must, but engage with this prayer. Let it be a transaction. Let it be a turning point. Let it be the moment everything changes. Heavenly Father, I come before you right now, broken open by truth. God, I thank you for loving me enough to expose what I couldn't see on my own. I thank you for sending Archangel Michael with this message. I thank you for not leaving me in the dark. I thank you for fighting for me even when I didn't know I was in a battle. Lord, I confess I've been blind. I've trusted the wrong people. I've given access to those who didn't have my best interest at heart. I've been loyal to people who were disloyal to me. I've carried weight that wasn't mine to carry, but today I release it. Today I let it go. Today, I choose freedom over familiarity. God, I ask you to cut every ungodly soul tie, every spiritual cord, every energetic attachment between me and anyone who means me harm. I ask you to remove every evil eye, every envious gaze, every curse, every hex, every negative word that's been spoken over my life. I ask you to return to sender every attack that's been sent my way. Let it go back to where it came from, and let it have no effect. Lord, I pray for a hedge of protection around me, my home, my family, my finances, my health, my mind, my emotions, my destiny. I pray that you station angels at every entrance to my life. I pray that nothing and no one can get to me unless they've been sent by you. I pray for discernment to see clearly. I pray for courage to act decisively. I pray for wisdom to move strategically. I pray for strength to stand firm. God, I also pray for that person who's been attacking me. I don't pray for harm to come to them. I pray for their healing. I pray for their deliverance. I pray that whatever is broken inside them that causes them to operate in envy, you would fix it. I release them to you. I forgive them, even if they never apologize. I let go of the need for revenge because I trust you to handle it. Vengeance is yours, not mine. Justice is yours, not mine. I just want to be free, and so I am. In Jesus' mighty name, I declare that I am free, I am protected, I am favored, I am blessed, I am surrounded by divine connections, I am walking into my destiny, I am becoming who you created me to be. And nothing and no one can stop what you have started. Amen. If you prayed that prayer with me, write Amen in the comments right now. Let that be your agreement. Let that be your seal. Let that be your activation. Write Amen. Now I want to speak to what's coming. I want to give you a vision of your future so you have something to hold on to in the moments when doubt tries to creep back in. I see you 6 months from now. I see you in a completely different place emotionally, spiritually, financially, relationally. I see you with clarity you've never had. I see you with peace you've never known. I see you with confidence you've never felt. I see you looking back at this moment and marveling at how much changed in such a short time. I see you surrounded by people who genuinely love you, people who see you, people who celebrate you, people who add to you instead of taking from you. I see you in rooms you never thought you'd be in. I see you having conversations you never thought you'd have. I see you accessing opportunities you never thought were available to you. I see you walking in authority. I see you speaking with power. I see you carrying a presence that shifts atmospheres. I see people drawn to you not because you're trying to impress them, but because there's something different about you. Something authentic, something healed, something whole. I see you sleeping through the night. I see you waking up with excitement. I see you moving through your days with purpose. I see you no longer questioning your worth. I see you no longer tolerating disrespect. I see you no longer accepting less than you deserve. I see you free, completely free, and that freedom is what changes everything. But that future version of you, that healed version of you, that powerful version of you, begins with the decision you make right now. It begins with whether or not you take this message seriously. It begins with whether or not you follow through with the 7-day instructions. It begins with whether or not you create the boundary. It begins with whether or not you protect your process. I can give you the revelation. I can expose the enemy. I can activate the protection. But I can't make you receive it. I can't force you to act on it. You have free will, and that free will is being tested right now. Are you going to go back to business as usual? Are you going to ignore what your spirit is confirming? Are you going to give that person another chance? Are you going to tell yourself you're overreacting? Are you going to let guilt pull you back into bondage? Or are you going to be brave? Are you going to trust what I've shown you? Are you going to follow the instructions? Are you going to create the space? Are you going to choose yourself? I hope you do. I believe you will. Because you didn't come this far to stay where you are. You didn't survive everything you've survived to settle for a life of limitation. You didn't endure all that pain to remain in patterns that keep you small. You're destined for more. You're created for greater. You're called to higher. And it's time to step into it. Within the next 72 hours, you're going to receive a sign. It will be specific to you. It might be a number sequence you keep seeing. It might be a song that plays 3 times in one day. It might be a message from someone unexpected. It might be a dream that feels vivid and important. It might be a feather. It might be a coin. It might be a butterfly. Pay attention. Don't dismiss it. Don't rationalize it. Receive it as confirmation that I'm with you. Receive it as evidence that heaven is moving. Receive it as proof that you made the right decision by being here, by reading this, by opening your heart to this message. When you see that sign, I want you to come back to this video and write in the comments what it was. Not for me, for you. So you have a record. So you have a testimony. So when the next battle comes, and it will, you can look back and remember that God showed up. You can look back and remember that angels are real. You can look back and remember that you're not alone. I need you to understand something. This isn't just about removing an enemy from your life. This is about you stepping into spiritual maturity. This is about you taking responsibility for what you allow in your space. This is about you recognizing that you teach people how to treat you. And if you've been accepting disrespect, if you've been tolerating toxicity, if you've been making excuses for people's bad behavior, you've been teaching them that it's okay. But it's not okay. You're not a doormat. You're not a dumpster for people's emotional waste. You're not a source of energy for spiritual vampires. You're a child of God. You're a carrier of light. You're a person of destiny. And it's time you started acting like it. It's time you started requiring what you're worth. It's time you started protecting what you carry. It's time you started saying no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what does. This is your moment of empowerment. This is your moment of awakening. This is your moment of declaration. Take it. Own it. Live it. I want to address one more thing before we close. Some of you are feeling fear right now. Fear of what that person will do when they realize you've distanced yourself. Fear of being alone. Fear of losing other people who might choose their side. Fear of the unknown. Fear of what life looks like without this person in it, even though this person has been hurting you. That's trauma bonding. That's codependency. That's fear of change. But I need you to know that everything you're afraid of losing was never truly yours. If people walk away because you created a boundary, they weren't your people. If relationships fall apart because you chose yourself, they weren't real relationships. If opportunities disappear because you stepped into your power, they weren't your opportunities. What's meant for you will stay. What's not meant for you will leave, and you have to trust the process. You have to trust that God is making room for what you've been praying for. You have to trust that the removal is making space for the arrival. You have to trust that the ending is making way for the beginning. Don't let fear keep you in prison. Don't let comfort keep you in compromise. Don't let the familiar keep you from the extraordinary. Step out, step up, step forward. I'm with you. Angels are with you. Heaven is with you. And what's with you is greater than what's against you. Write this final declaration in the comments. I release all fear and I step into the future. Archangel Michael has shown me with faith and courage. Write it as your final act of agreement with this message. Write it as your commitment to the transformation. Write it as your testimony that something shifted in you today. Write it now before you leave this space. This is not the end, this is the beginning. The real work starts when you close this message and go back into your life. The real test comes when that person reaches out. The real victory happens when you stand firm in your boundary. But I've given you everything you need. I've exposed what was hidden. I've activated protection. I've released blessing. I've shown you the future. Now you have to walk it out. You have to do the work. You have to stay the course. And I promise you, if you do, if you commit to these next 7 days, if you follow through with these instructions, if you guard your process, if you protect your peace, your life will never be the same. You'll look back at this moment as the pivot point. You'll remember this as the day everything changed. You'll tell people about this message. You'll share your testimony. You'll become living proof that God is real, angels are real, and deliverance is available to anyone who's willing to receive it. I, Archangel Michael, have spoken. I have revealed, I have activated, I have released. Now it's your turn. Go in peace, go in power, go in protection, go in freedom, and know that I'm watching. I'm covering you. I'm fighting for you. This hidden enemy's plan will not succeed. Their power is broken. Their access is cut. Their time is up, and your time has begun. Walk into it with your head held high. Walk into it with confidence in your heart. Walk into it knowing that you are loved, you are chosen, you are protected, and you are destined for greatness. Nothing can stop you now. Absolutely nothing. Go.